Hey guys, it's Adrian from Elite Educators, and this question is brought to you by none other than Liam. Liam, who is going to pass his free school choice in Prima College, just like all of our other students. Just by the way, it is February, and I called it. This is before SCA even began. So let's go through this question, and I'll show you guys how easy these questions are. The thing is, like I tell you guys all the time, if you have to embark on a huge journey, I'll give you example all the time when I went on a hike. The hike was it was like 15 kilometers. And when I thought about it, I wanted to give up. When I reached in the car park, I was like, how about if I just go get a doubles, go back home and sleep? But when I went, I had friends there, and I did 1 kilometer. We took a rest, took pictures. Next kilometer, take a rest, and little by little, we were able to conquer that entire hike. And I barely felt it. So the thing is, same thing with a question like this. We need to go through all of the evidence. We need to put our detective caps on and use the evidence to paint a clear picture. And the thing is, like I tell you guys all the time, one of the biggest hacks ever is if we do mathematics, which is a right brain concept, and we draw a left brain concept, we use both of our hemispheres. That is essentially turbo boosting your answers. So let's read this question. Mr. Brown, why do they always use that name? What's about Mr. Purple? No, just joking. Mr. Brown bought 18 trees. He wanted to plant trees around the entire perimeter, which is the distance around the shape of his plot, but was short by a few trees and was only able to plant the trees from point A to point D. So check this out. We already know that from point A to point D, we have 18 trees. Now, in these types of questions, the most common error is that a lot of students, when they see 18 trees, they believe it will be 18 spaces. That is not true. Look at this. We have 40 meters, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. We have 4 spaces in between. So that means the distance between each tree, so from this tree to this tree, is 40 meters divided by 4, which is 10 meters. And guys, this is a really good place to start because we know the distance between each tree. Now, let's find the perimeter itself. Now, in order to find the perimeter, what we need to do is we need to figure out how many spaces we have between the 18 trees. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to give you guys a long method using logic, because a lot of times when students encounter these questions, they mix up the rules a little bit, and I don't want that to happen to you guys. So I'm going to manually draw them out, and remember, it don't have to be fancy. Time is against you for the essay exam, so you just want to get the basic information to solve this question. So we have 18 trees, so let's figure out how. So I remember 18 trees will be from A to D, and that will include this length, and this width. And we know this width is 30 meters. So let's just write them, or let's just draw lines, tally marks to represent a tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have 18 trees planted, and that's from A to D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 17 spaces. So 17 spaces. And what did we determine before? From the 40 meters being equal to 5 trees, each space has to be 10 meters. So the total distance from A to D, so from A to D, is equal to 17 spaces multiplied by 10 meters, which will be 170 meters. So we know from A to D is 170 meters. So we actually know that the width is 30 meters, so we could add 30 to that, and we know that the entire perimeter is 200. Or if you guys old-fashioned like me, we could actually calculate it. So 2 lengths plus 1 width is equal to 170 meters. Right? The width is 30 meters. So 2 lengths plus 30 meters is 170 meters. So 2 lengths would be equal to 170 minus 30, which is 140. And so that 2 lengths is 140. So 1 length will just be 140 divided by 2, which will give us 70 meters. And then we can even draw this here. I'm going to put this is 70, this is 70, this is 30, and this is 30. Guys, by the way, I'm showing you guys a super long method to work it because I care about a fundamental understanding. I don't want to just give you guys something, you guys try to replicate it, and then you guys don't understand. This is like teaching you guys how to fix an engine as opposed to just teaching you guys how to solve that problem. So the total perimeter is equal to 200 meters. So if the total perimeter is 200 meters, and we already determined that the space between each tree has to be 10 meters, then guess what? So 200 meters, so how many trees? So how many trees? I should do it like this, trees. That will just be, so we have 200 meters, 10 meters per space, 200 meters divided by 10 meters per space, cross off the zero. So that will be 20 trees are needed. So if 20 trees are needed, hey, let me switch the color so you guys will be able to see to switch it to Be Mobile Green. So if 20 trees are needed, right, and how much does each tree cost? Okay, you know, I didn't read the whole question with you guys. What would be the cost if each tree costs $75? And again, guys, these are real world questions. Like when you guys get older and you guys have to, like, let's say buy apples for a class treat and you guys have 20 students, it'll be 20 by the amount they cost. So in this case, it's 20 trees are needed and it'll be $75 per tree multiplied by 20 trees needed. So 75 by 2 is 150, and don't forget the 0 here, and the answer is $1,500. The cost of buying all the trees will be $1,500. And guys, this is a good question because it teaches you budgeting, it teaches you how to calculate the exact amount so that there wouldn't be any waste. As I told you guys, when I created Elite Educators, I bought tiles to tile the floor of the school, and I did not use mats, which I should have done. I bought way too many tiles, and now I have a shed in the back of the school that has a lot of extra tiles. If I calculated it, I could have bought the exact amount and then just say buy like 10 extra in case something broke, or 20 extra. So guys, I hope this helps him. So the total amount will be $1,500, and this is how we calculated it. We had one tree to the fifth tree, 40 meters. We calculated there were 4 spaces, 40 meters divided by 4, 10 meters per space. We calculated the entire perimeter, which was 200 meters. We divided it by how much spaces we needed, which is 200 by 10 meters. 20 trees needed, and all we had to do in the end was just take that 20 trees, multiply by 75, and we got our answer 1,500. Liam, and for everybody else who had trouble with this question, hope it helps. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, take care, and peace.